If you want a better deal, you want more money, you want to basically win when it comes to negotiations, then use a secret called the decoy. The decoy will mess up the mind of your competitor and give you an advantage. And it can be done ethically because you are in negotiation. You're trying to get the best deal. They're not going to sell you something and lose money, but you want to make sure you're getting the best deal. Wouldn't you agree? This is Wayne Sutton, prosperwithwayne.com. Be sure to follow us here for persuasion and sales secrets and so much more. And we're here for you, teaching you today about the decoy. Now, let's take this decoy method, and I'm going to share it with you in maybe in the realm of buying an automobile. Maybe buying a home, whatever you're purchasing, you're on the purchasing end on this. And we're going to show you also how to do it on the selling side, how to protect yourself against the decoy. So, do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, let other people know. Now, one of the things when it comes to the way our mind works is we are really focused. We don't multitask well. Many people say, well, I'm a great multitasker. Actually, what you're really good at is maybe going from one area to another, back and forth. But your mind truly wants to focus on one area. So if we're trying to negotiate better terms, let's talk about price. Maybe you're looking at a $75,000 vehicle, $80,000 vehicle, like an SUV or something. And you're saying, hey, listen, $80,000 is really not in my price range. I really want to come down to maybe $70,000 or $65,000. Again, you're coming in. And today is easier than ever when you can go on the internet and you can look up invoices and so forth, but you come up with what you think is a fair number, and you come in at that number or below that number. You come in at that number or below that number, and they immediately start going, no, we can't do this, and it becomes a battle. We want to avoid the battle by bringing clutter, bringing decoys. Like, okay, I really love this Suburban, but instead of the $80,000, I have a different price. I'm really thinking that I want to bring this, I want to offer this. But you don't just come back with price. You come back with price and other concessions. You're asking for maybe free service for 3 years, the routine maintenance service for 3 years. Some manufacturers offer that, some don't. So ask for it. If they don't, find out if they do offer it already. Don't ask for it. But if they don't offer it, ask for it. Say, listen, I'm willing to pay $65,000 today, but I do need, and you go into your other concessions. These are your decoys. You don't really care about getting 3 free or 6 free oil changes, okay? But you ask for it. I need this amount of oil changes. I want my car detailed once a year for the next 3 years, or I want this whatever service they can add to it. I'd really love to have some mud guards put on it. I'd like the windows tinted. If you could do a window tint package for me, and you come up with 5 or 6 other concessions they don't normally offer. Again, find out what they normally offer and ask above and beyond. Now they're looking at you like, are you crazy? You're asking us to sell it at this price and give you all of these concessions. Absolutely not. So then, what you do is you start mentioning the importance of those concessions. Well, listen, we live in a place here in North Carolina, it gets really hot in the summertime. I really think the tinted windows would be great. And they're thinking, okay, tinted windows, maybe it's going to cost them $300-400. And so in their mind, they're thinking, what's this going to cost us? What's this going to cost us? And then you go back to, and again, you don't care about the tint, you care about $65,000. So then you go back and you say, well, listen, I really would like, oil changes and maintenance is such a hassle. I'd like to have that handled. And they're thinking, oh, what's this going to cost us? Is this an immediate cost, or is our service department going to handle it and pay for it later? And so you've got their mind, again, off of the main target. You've got them on decoys. Now, at the end, when they're saying, we can't do this, we can't do that, then you all keep them on the decoys and say, okay, then let's for a moment look at this. I must have the $65,000. This is the most I can do. There is no more. I can't do any better than that. I am willing to let go of maybe this concession for the tinted window. I can get it tinted myself, but I must. And you let go of each concession. You never let go of the price, but you let go of each concession piece by piece. And and again, they're back and forth. Their mind is confused. Your mind is focused. You're talking about the concessions, but you really, really want the bottom line price. Now, where does this matter? Where it really matters is at the end when they go, okay, we can do the 65, but we absolutely cannot do any of these concessions. That's what you wanted. Or a lot of times they'll say, okay, if we can do that number, or we can do the oil changes too, but we can't do the tint, we can't do the mud guards, we can't do this. That's great. That's when you get the You've won because the concessions were decoys to take their mind off of the bottom line price. Now you're asking for so much, they're willing to give up. And you can then say, listen, you drive a hard bargain. I'll get the oil changes, I'll pay for the tent, you drive a hard bargain. You guys are good. You guys are good, you're great. You drive a hard bargain, but you still walked out with the $65,000. Now, be careful not to get yourself emotionally involved over a small decoy that costs a couple $100. Because when you're pitching this, you can become emotionally involved and you want the decoy. But no, the decoy is just there to get the mind on the main price, the main target, the $65,000. Now, there's another technique. If they go, yeah, okay, we can do this. We're not going to do any of the concessions. Okay, we can do this. Sign here. You're good. Sign the paper. When you've got pen to ink, you're ready to sign the paper. You're ready to literally say, I'm buying this for the $65,000. You've won. That's when you can say, hey, but by the way. And you can ask for the nibble. You can ask for that little bit. We talked about this a couple episodes ago, where you can ask for the nibble. Say, great, I'm glad you guys are good. I'm glad we could work together. And you start, and you just start signing. I mean, literally pen on ink. Make sure they're watching you, and you go, and then pull the pen back. So take away and say, you could surely do just the oil changes, correct? Or you could go ahead and get the window. You could get the windows tinted. Yes? And you ask for that concession back. Just may get it. Sign it, you win. So think about this. Whatever you're buying, always set up a decoy. Ask for more. Ask for other concessions. So it takes their mind off of the main prize, which is in this case, the $15,000 off. If they can't do it, if they absolutely cannot, maybe because when you're negotiating, there's a profit they're going to make. If they cannot do it, and you go through each concession, now you're back to the main dollar amount. Now you've got to have advanced negotiation skills there. We'll teach that later. But the point is, you get to the main number by going through the decoys first. Now, let's flip this around. You're selling, and somebody comes with all these crazy concessions. They're asking, yeah, I want to buy this home. I want to buy this home. We're willing to pay this price. And they hit you with a number that you're going to negotiate with. But we also want this, 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 this. These are decoys. A lot of times, or concessions. Then be willing to say, okay, instead of going back and forth, remember what you did to them. Instead of going back and forth, say, okay, let's look at one thing at a time. You demand their focus. Let's focus on one thing at a time. This price, well, let's talk about the price first, then we'll get to the concessions. You won't, because their number one concern, 99% of the time, is the price. So let's talk about the price first. And every time you negotiate on the price, they bring up the concession. Well, if we did that, would you? If we did this number, if this $350,000 home, if we did it for $330,000, would you be willing to buy? Well, it depends on the concession. We'll get to the concessions. But would you be willing? And maybe you come back at $345,000. You come to a number. Okay, we've agreed on the price. Now let's talk about concessions. Number one, we cannot do this. This is you need a fence. This fence is going to cost $10,000. We cannot do that and do the price we just agreed upon. Now we've agreed upon the price. That's very important. You keep verbalizing that. It's an anchor. Yes, we can't do the concession. We just agreed upon the price. We cannot put blinds in the home because we just agreed upon the price. And then you start taking away the concessions one by one. If they start backing off, saying, no, this is crazy. I need this. I need the fence and I need blinds in my home. I need whatever. I need this to happen. I need you to paint the exterior of the home before we buy it. Okay, then great. Then, okay, if that concession is going to stop us from doing business, then we can offer that concession, but we have to go back to the price we were asking. Now you're taking, so let's lay that aside. We know you want the home painted. Let's lay that aside for a moment and let's focus back on price, because obviously we can't do it at this price. Let's see what would be fair and reasonable. Fair is a powerful word. Everybody wants to be treated fairly. They'll overpay, underpay. Money is very relative if they feel it was fair. So, listen, use the decoy and don't let people use decoys against you to make sure you get the best deal. This is what listen, if you're negotiating, you want to make sure you're bringing the best value, you're getting the best value. To have something truly win-win doesn't mean both sides have to give. It means that both sides get value. So, I hope this has been good for you. Hit the share button. Be sure to follow us here. Go to prosperwithwayne.com, prosperwithwayne.com. Also, if you have any questions, you want to give me a call, I pick up my phone. I love to talk with people. I love to help people. 910-233-2511. 910-233-2511. Also, if you haven't picked up our book yet, How to Become a Six-Figure Life Coach, I want you to grab the book. It's called Life Coach You, How to Become a Six-Figure Life Coach in just 9 weeks. We train, we certify, and we help you market yourself to get to that six-figure income as a coach, as a consultant. Pick up the book at lifecoachlifestyle.com, lifecoachlifestyle.com. Make it a great day, and God bless.